All of your efforts are wasted. Now I started stream. Hello, welcome everybody. I started it. Me. Okay, no.
Why did you start this?
Welcome back to the Magic Bracelet. We have random people, and I am also a random person who's going to read this terrible jank to you. I will fire all the shots. I will be as mean as possible because I am tired of this. We're on chapter 27 of 30. I'm not taking this anymore. Who wants to start this jank?
I don't think I've started
vote
in a while. Winsler, breathing in the fresh air. Ah, valley, sweet valley. Daw headed up and down the hills, finally coming into view of the Winsler's house. They pulled it to a halt on the green grass and jumped out. Pipsqueak darted out and ran toward the other Barbaloots, joining in a big group hug. Kim, smiling, seeing Pip with his friends and family again. Winsler laughing. Ha ha ha, I think Pip is pretty glad to be back home. Kim, yep, look at how happy he is seeing his friends again, smiling as she laughed a bit. Pipsqueak chattered happily to the others, telling them all about his trip, while the Winsler and Kim began unpacking. Kim, smiling as she was taking a few things into the house tent. Tom looked at the house tent as he was quite marveled, even fascinated, even just as well. What? Tom looking at the house. Whoa, did you build this one, see? Yep. Winsler, arms full, as he opened the door to the house. Yep. Here, come on, I'll show you inside. Tom following him into the house. This is amazing. I always knew you had a knack for inventing, but I never would have guessed you could build a house supported by rope.
Oh my god.
And the Winsler's like, yeah, I bought it at Lowe's. Kim, seeing Winsler and his dad bonding, as she smiled, seeing this. What the crap? Swift, well, they sure are catching up on 10 years of bonding. We sure are catching up on however way too long it took to write this crap. Lorax, I know. It's great to see the ones that are all bubbly like this, even if it may be a bit irritating at times. Jess,
so
no.
Lorax just seems like in this whole thing, just an ass.
Jess, no, don't be mean. The kid has a right to be a tad but excited. His father just come back from the dead, so to speak. So, yeah, it's normal behavior, I suppose, for one to be a tad bit excited to see his father after so long in bond. Kim looks around as she remembers someplace nearby as she decided to go see how it is. Yeah, you do that. Swift looks seeing Kim going somewhere, huh? Hey, Kim, where are you going? Lorax looking over. Kim? I don't know where she's going. Swift, I didn't ask you! He looks over to where the Winsler and Tom were still chatting. A while later, okay, Kim arrived at the spot she was coming toward. It was the place where the first tree was cut down by the Winsler. About weeks ago, she and Winsler dug out the stump as they placed the seed in its place, and now it was just a red truffula sprout with a few flowers scattered around it. It had gotten bit.
Yay.
Not full grown yet, but already talked than Kim. And the tufts had gotten a bright crimson, almost seeming to glow in the late afternoon sun. Kim walked over, gingerly touching one of the fronds. Kim smiles as she looked at it. You've grown since we were gone. Soon opening her bag as she took out a canteen of water as she watered it a bit. The water leached down into the ground, the tree's roots sucking it up. Pretty soon Kim heard footsteps behind her. Winsler standing behind her. Wow, it's gotten a lot bigger.
That's what he said.
Get out.
Turns around, seeing the Winsler. Yeah, but it's gonna be a while until it gets back to its former glory. That's what she said. Winsler, looking a bit sad at the words.
Oh, that's what he did.
Walks up to stand beside her, looking at the tree. I just hope it'll one day be back to normal. Talked and prettier than ever. Sighs, despite the fact that I tried
so many windows, so little time.
Destroy them at one time. Tree killer! Perfect. Once, Kim. Yeah, but you made a promise never to cut down a single tree again after that incident that night involving a waterfall. Take a freaking drink.
Oh my god.
Winsler looking down, yeah,
Let's relive it again and again and again and again and again and again.
leans his back against the Dracula, looking back on it. I realized that I actually had no real intention to keep that promise. I didn't realize it at the time, but in the same way I knew it all along. I was going to chop down those trees no matter what any forest spirit yelled at me for. It started out as keeping my promise and just collecting the tufts myself, but I don't think it was going to stay that way. Kim, what do you mean? Walking over to him. Once looking away. I just made that promise to get the Lorax off my back, and I tried harvesting tufts for a while, but I couldn't help but think it would be so much easier if I could just chop down the trees. No, your mother said that. Looks up at her. But then you came along.
Play like very sad violin music, and you can.
You gave me a reason not to, Kim. You showed me the true beauty in the trees, not just using them for needs, and you came into my life. I had reason to keep my promise to not cut down the Dracula trees.
Geena, lay off the cocaine.
Touched by these words. Once there. Insanely long pause. I don't know what to say. Smiles at him. Excuse me a minute.
Cocaine. Cocaine squirrel.
Like, it sounded like you just stomped around the room for a good couple
No, that was me. Face desking. Why?
I love you.
This is a great spot to mic spam the chainsaw, but it would bleed through into the stream and it would kill everyone's ears watching. So yay.
Wait. No. I have here. Play this. I can find you a. See.
You're just giving him so much more editing to do.
Hey, guess how many cares I don't give.
There you go. There you go. Play that.
This is unedited. I'm done with this jank.
That would be funny. I don't know what to say. Smiles
This
at
is a
him.
pretty weak
Insert
chainsaw.
noise. It gets
here it is.
better. Winsler
That's all you're getting.
lifting his eyes to her. You don't have to say anything. I just thought you should know. Looks down at his feet, a bit embarrassed by what he told her. Kim bends down to him. Well, you know something? I thought I couldn't survive on my own, or how to be normal. I was afraid somebody might recognize me, or if anything, if I didn't meet Thomas and Tia, I would have fallen prey to people who would take advantage of me. But I'm happy to have met you and them because you showed me how to do things on my own and taught me to be normal and showed me a whole new side of life.
Oh, I can make it on my own.
Yeah. I wish. Once started looking up at her with a small smile. Really? Kim. Sailor Moon aisles as she nods. The Onceler smiled back, pushing himself off the tree to wrap her in a big bear hug and smother her to death. Yeah.
Yes,
Kim,
please.
feeling his bear hug as her eyes widened in surprise, yet they softened as she wrapped her arms around him, giving him a hug as well. He giggled a bit, swaying with her back and forth in his giddiness. Kim, laughing a bit as she smiled at him, and in the distance Tom saw this heartwarming moment along with Justin Lorax. Tom, smiling, aren't they adorable? Jess, laughing a bit. They sure are. Hey, it's Brian. They sure are, Tom. They sure are. Lorax, rolling his eyes, but smiling. Yeah, if you can get past the sap. Swift, laughing a bit. A while later, in the evening, after everything was unpacked and organized, Kim and everyone headed toward Thomas and Tia's house for dinner. Pretty soon, the Onceler pulled the wagon up to their house, letting everyone climb out. Onceler, sniffing the air. Ooh, do you guys smell that? Kim, sniffing the air. I sure do. Derp, beaming. Onceler, grinning at her. It must be Thomas and Tia's dinner, because it's not like they invited us for dinner or anything. I don't know what they're doing in there. Come on, let's go. Kim, nodding as she followed him toward the house, with the others following behind them. The scent wafted over even stronger, and they entered the house. Onceler, calling inside, Hello, Thomas, Tia. Tia's voice. We're in the kitchen, dear. Come on inside. Thomas's voice. Be sure to take your shoes off by the door. The Onceler looked at Kim before pulling up his black, pointed shoes and setting them under the entryway table. Just copied him, looking a bit confused, because they were his actual feet, and I don't know.
Oh god. Oh god.
Kim, taking off her shoes as well. Konnichiwa. I don't even... Tom also took off his shoes. As they placed their shoes by the door as they headed down the hall. Why did we waste, 8 sentences on that?
I don't know. I just hope there's cake.
The wonderful smell got stronger as they went into the kitchen, where Thomas and Tia were cooking dinner. Kim, it smells great. Thomas, ha ha, thanks. We really cooked up a feast for us all tonight. Tia nodding. Indeed we did. Waves them away. Now shoo shoo. Don't want to ruin the surprise up, do we?
Gonna do that
Smiles.
for the story?
Yeah, like, come into the kitchen. Wait, no, yeah, wait, we don't want to do that.
Never mind.
Kim, I guess not. Thomas, no, you wait in the living room until we say it's all ready. Smiles. Once they're nodding, all right. So they went to the other room, sitting on the couch and surrounding chairs. The scent of cooking food tempted them as they sat and waited eagerly. Swift, sniffing the air. That smells so good. What is this, ratatouille? What the crap?
Oh god.
No, ratatouille doesn't even do this bad. Kim nodding. Winsler, mouth water. I know, I can't imagine what they could be making that smells so good. Smells like pumpkin, sniffs deeply. Kim, it must be pumpkin muffins, sniffing deeply as well. And
No.
they smell great because you
It's
didn't
human.
establish that.
It's human.
Winsler, nodding eagerly. Can't wait to see what they've cooked up. And gets punched for that.
Oh my god.
Eva takes a rim shot before laughing. Kim laughing. After about 10 minutes of waiting and making stupid jokes, they soon heard a call from the kitchen. Tia, stepping out into the living room with an apron on. All right, dinner is ready. You can go ahead and sit in the dining room. Smiles at them. Thomas, come and get it while it's popping hot.
It's popcorn. You're all wrong.
Kim and her friends went into the dining room, sitting down as Thomas and Tia brought in the food. It was roasted chicken with mashed potatoes and steamed mixed vegetables and other serving dishes. Pumpkin muffins and pumpkin soup were sides to the chicken. Once their eyes widening as he looked at the feast. Whoa, this is incredible. Kim, I'll say, it all looks amazing and smells wonderful. Oh my god, this is ratatouille. Smiling. Thomas, we told you we went all out. Tia nodding as she sat down. And just wait until you see the dessert we came up with. I'm sure you'll love it. Kim,
It's a giant pumpkin.
we can't wait to see what that's like, smiles Tia. Anyway, don't just sit here waiting for the food to get cold. Go ahead and eat, waves them on. Sif, don't mind if we do. Once they're no kidding. Shut up and eat. They began to eat, scooping food from the serving dishes onto their plates and munching happily on the banquet Thomas and Tia had made.
This
Kim,
is the
eating with-
action of eating, with eating.
Did we spend another entire chapter on food? I mean, I know I have food porn in my stories, but this is ridiculous. Like, I love food porn. What the hell?
So what exactly did you do with the spoon after you dipped it in the soup?
Up your ass.
With the sorting.
Eating with good manners. This is great. I've turned into Brian now. Tia, well, thank you, dear. You deserve it after such a long trip. Thomas, speaking of which, you want to hear everything about what happened on your journey back to Marabella. Winsler, oh boy, that's a long story. Let's see. Where to start? Trying to think. Yeah, I guess it all started when we left Greendale, and soon Kim, along with the Winsler and the others, told them the story, adding in their perspectives and the events that happened from beginning to end.
Chapter 1.
Story took unnecessarily long time to tell, and eventually the approached the end. Winsler. And then Celeste took Blossom and her family back home, and we headed back ourselves. He marveled by this story. That's an incredible tale, you two.
Wow, we're not paid actors at all.
Yes.
Alright.
Where are the drugs?
Thomas, quite incredible indeed. Still meeting such creatures must have been scary, especially being in the clutches of an ogre king. Oh, damn it! Kim. Yeah, it was quite terrifying. But what was more terrifying and disgusting was his table manners.
Oh god. I think the story broke Stef. Oh god.
Excuse me, I need to go kill something. I'll be right back.
I'm the closest one to her. She's coming for me.
I'm gonna let this play out.
Yeah.
Should I just take over now?
You don't have to.
I would recommend you do.
But it's so enjoyable. Why would you deprive me of such delight? Oh god.
Once they're laughing. Kim said he had the table manners of a grain-fed hog. Isn't that right? Kim, yes. And he never said excuse me or covered his mouth when he belched or other bodily noises. Shivers a bit in disgust. Once they're smirking at her, and the whole trying to kill me thing, in addition to many others.
Whoa, man, that's just going too far.
Kill me thing was one thing, but table manners, that's another story. Which we'll write in 28 chapters. Swift, yeah, especially how Wancer got turned into a frog by some witches. Kim, witch? I had to kiss him to return him to normal. Ugh.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Boy, no, okay.
Tia blinked in surprise. Really, you had to kiss him. Also looking at her with a half smile. Yeah, just like the fairy tale. Did we really need the fucking reference? Did we really? My God, it's worse than the Dr. Seuss Cat in the Hat, where he had to literally advertise that Universal had his ride. Oh my God, Kim, a little slimy, but it was well magical. Have some, yeah. And for a while, he was croaking like a frog, laughing a bit.
Oh, really? Because I forgot that part.
Once was scowling. I was not. It was just weird hiccups. Looks down sheepishly.
That's so funny. Oh my god.
Kim giggling. No, your hiccups were more like croaks. I heard it loud and clear.
Stef, cocaine.
Once, no. They were just squeaky hiccups. Why are we debating over what the fuck kind of noise was coming out of your mouth? Oh, yeah. And
Maybe
anyway,
we'll spend 2 more pages on this.
Anyway, you were munching on carrots just like a cute little bunny rabbit. Oh god, I can't imagine him even saying this. Kim glaring at him. You're wrong, you're. Lucky you didn't see me as a cute little bunny oncey. Oh, god. Once they're smirking at her. Oh, but I would have loved to see you as one. I bet you were absolutely adorable. Kim, sure you wish you'd see me as a cute little bunny. Oh my god. What the fuck? Okay, you know what? I know this is going on YouTube. I want the Nostalgia Critic to do just like a critique of this whole fucking thing. Because it would be the most amazing thing I think I would ever see. Oh god. Onceler soon thought as he looked at her bracelet, as he looked at the star charm that would grant wishes, as he had a funny idea that he could kill her and end her in this entire Onceler looking back at her, I do, grins. In fact, leans forward, tapping the star charm on her bracelet a couple times. I wish Kim could be a little bunny rabbit. Kim, huh? Suddenly she looked, seeing her charm glowing as magic surrounded her, and poof! She became a bunny. No fucking.
I'll be right
Rabbit
back, guys.
Okay.
season.
Continue now.
Oh
I'm not editing this.
god. Oncer let out a shriek of laughter when he saw her sudden change. Oncer laughing. Ah! It worked. No shit. Thomas marveled by this sight. Huh. Ow. I mean, how did. Swift holding back some laughter. Even Tom was marveled seeing this as Kim looked at herself. Kim looking at herself. As she glared at Onceler, how could you do that? You sneaky beanpole. He literally, in like 2 or 3 sentences, said, I wish I could see you as a cute little. Oh my god. The Onceler had to hold back another 4 of laughter.
Okay.
Her voice. 4. Her voice, it was high pitched and squeaky, like a cartoon chipmunk. Onceler struggling for air. Ah, gasp! Oh my word, that's hilarious. Kim glaring at him angrily as she tapped the charm as she whispered, I wish to be normal. And soon she turned into a pile of dust. She glowed as she returned back to normal as she kept looking at Onceler, quite angry for doing that to her.
This has been another pointless moment.
He smacked his knee as he kept laughing, gasping for breath in between laughs. He leaned back in his chair, taking in a deep breath. Onceler, oh, can't breathe, die, death. Thomas, so that bracelet really is magical. I mean, it's well marveled. How many? Okay, there's one time, okay, 1, maybe 2 opportunities to use marveled in this god-forsaken piece of crap. Every emotion he feels is marveled. Marveled. Tia, it's amazing. Tom nodding. Incredible. And I don't think I've ever seen such a cute bunny. Kim smiles at her. Kim, blushing, a little embarrassed. Thank you. Smiles at Tom and soon looks at Onceler as she had a funny idea. Oh my god. Still, you should have seen Onceler as a frog. In fact. Raising Bracelet, she reeded her finger near the star charm. Onceler still laughing obliviously. Ha 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 ha, man, Kim, when you eyes suddenly widen as he bolts upright in his chair. No, Kim! Kim, no what, Onceler? Oh, you mean, say, I wish, nearing her finger near the charm, ready to make a wish, that you were. Onceler lunging forward to slam a hand over her mouth. Don't you dare. Kim grinned as she dodged his hand as she was going to tap the charm. A cute little Onceler voice getting frantic. Kim! Oh my god! Seriously. Kim, don't touch that charm! Tackles for her wrist. Kim moves her wrist up. Oh, what's the matter? Once you don't want to be a cute little froggy? Teasing as she smirks. Onceler giving her a small glare. No, I really do not want to be a frog. Now give me that bracelet. Lunges forward to grab her
There
wrist
are
again.
not enough face palms in the world.
Kim, you gotta catch me first. No.
No.
Soon put under him and soon got up as she began to run toward the door. Onceler jumping up to dart after her. Kim! Soon he caught up on his long legs, wrapping his arms around her and pitting her against himself as he tried to grab her bracelet. Onceler saying in between snatches, Give me the bracelet! Kim, never! Laughing a bit.
Meanwhile, everyone else is calling the police for domestic abuse and.
It's like, yeah, I don't. Thomas and the others laughed watching this cute scene. How is this? Okay. Tom, leaning toward Jess to whisper, I don't know about you, but my money's on Kim. Once they're whining a bit, Kim, stop. Jess whispering back, me too. Swift whispers, me 3. Lorax whispers, me 4. Beverly whispers, me 5. Thomas whispers, I think Oncer could try to get her bracelet. He is trying. They all laughed a bit as they watched such a cute scene. Then it faded out to outside the house as the camera went up. The cameras that are existing in some knowledgeable way went up to the night sky showing the full moon, and then it changed to the sun as a couple weeks went by. Oh my god.
Hey, you're not a freaking movie director. I'm sorry. You suck.
And you never will be.
It was on a fall day, as Oncer, Tom, and Kim were finished collecting tufts from truffula trees. They decided to play a game. As the animals, even Lorax, joined in, and the game was hide and seek. Because this benefits somehow to something. It's obviously building up for some dramatic scene.
Was that even a sentence?
Yeah, just wait for it. So far, she found the animals, and now was searching for Tom, Oncer, and the Lorax, even Pipsqueak. Okay. Kim looking around. They have to be around here somewhere.
Didn't we just do this in the last bloody chapter? Didn't we just have half a segment of hide and seek? Lorax, I'm gonna hide in a tree, but no, there's food over here, Lorax. Come get the food. Oh man, I'm gonna go get the food. Oh, you found me, the end.
Oh god. Kim looking around. They have to be around here somewhere. Unbeknown to her, both Tom and the Lorax were hiding within earshot of her. Tom was hiding behind a tall clump of grass near the river, tucking his long legs under him as he tried not to be seen. Meanwhile, the Lorax had squeezed himself a hollow in the roots of a large tree, and the Oncer was nowhere to be found. Kim walking around as she passed by truffula tree. I know you're out there somewhere, and I'm going to find you one way or another. I'm going to find you, and I will kill you.
Please.
The Lorax struggled not to snicker and pressed deeper into his hollow as she walked by a few truffula trees away. Kim, listening closely, she looked about. Suddenly she heard a soft sneeze, partially muffled. Tom, wrinkling his nose as some grass tickled at it.
That counts. Take a drink.
Oh god, what are you drinking? Give me some of that. Gasp and cover his mouth. Kim giggling a bit as she followed where she heard the sneeze. She soon saw a clump of grass in front of her, bordering the bushes. The grass moved ever so slightly as if being blown in the wind, or someone hiding behind it.
Oh, brilliant deductive skills!
Kim. Soon she began to part the grass and bushes. Then suddenly, Tom, boo! He jumped out in front of her, just about scaring her half to death. Kim, stumbled back and she fell down onto the ground. Tom laughing as he walked over to her. Welcome back. Tom laughing as he walked over to her. Ha, oops, did I scare you? Pulled out his hand to help her up. Kim grabs his hand. No, you just surprised me, that's all. Tom pulling her up. I see. Puts his hand on his hips. Looking around. Well, have you found anyone else except me? Kim also. Goddamn emoticon. Also, I just have to find Lorax, Chip, and Oncer. Tom, alright. Leans closer, whispering, the Lorax went that way.
What the heck is that emote? Is that eggs? What is that?
Points.
What are eggs? Let's go egg this person.
Oh god. But you didn't hear it from me, alright? Kim whispers, got it. Thanks, Tom. Tom nodding affirmatively. Alright, now you go find the others. I'll be waiting back at the house. Kim nodding as she ran off in the direction Tom pointed with D8 points toward her to look at the As she approached, the spot he was tucked in. The Forest Guardian squeezed his mouth tightly shut and snuggled down as deep as he could. Kim, looking around carefully. Now I wonder where Mustache ran off to. Hearing her voice, the Lorax's eyes widened and he pressed a hand over his mouth so not to make any noises. Kim, thinking as she had an idea. Well, it's too bad Mustache isn't around. I guess I'll enjoy these delicious gummies by myself. Takes out a bag of gummies from her bag. Lorax, He sneaked a peek around the side of the tree, looking out to see her with a bag of candy. Kim sitting down against her as she picks up a gummy worm. Nothing like a gummy worm to have after searching about, and God damn it, and a big fat juicy one. My maturity level shows so much when we're being.